This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast, Friday.
What happened there?
It's Friday. You got to turn my mic on.
Yes, that helps. No question.
Oh, there are many listeners right now saying, I was hoping it was just going to be Charity today.
Well, to be honest, Charity was kind of questioning whether or not to stay home today.
You almost mailed it in, did you?
Oh, I think I did mail it in. I almost didn't show up. This morning was definitely, it's the end of the week, but yesterday it took a lot out of me, more than I guess. Physically, I feel good, but I'm tired, just that tired feeling.
Yeah.
But referring to Day of Caring, which was amazing. It was a good day.
I started changing the name because
yes, you did.
Somebody wanted me to take my shirt off, and I said, it isn't Day of Bearing.
No, to clarify, they wanted to know if you wanted to put the Day of Caring shirt on. Nobody actually said, Mark, can you take your shirt off?
I think we're splitting hairs on that one. Because in order for me to put on the other shirt, what they wanted was for me to take off this shirt. And it's not the Day of Bearing, it's the Day of Caring. Okay, it's not the Day of Sharing. It's not the Day of Staring.
And it went on.
Tried to encourage everybody else to come up with some other ones.
Jill helped you out on a few of them.
It's the Day of Daring.
Of wearing. Yes,
but yeah, we painted, and I thought we did a very good job.
I thought we did too, until Mark stepped in the paint.
And then I stepped in a tray of paint. And it wasn't my fault, which is always...
Oh, no? Okay, whose fault was it?
Whoever put the speaker there, because I came around the corner around the desk, and it was there, and I had put the tray down, and then went to step and realized it was there, and now, of course, it was my balance.
So
now
it was your
what?
fault.
And I stepped in it, yep.
So it was your fault.
And then I'm like, oh, don't fall over, and don't kick it over. So now I got to step, and now there's my footprint in the carpet with white paint. Right there in the carpet.
Hopefully they can put a desk or a plant or something.
Not sure how you can put anything on there because you trip over it just like I did.
And this was the executive director's office.
Yeah, too. Sorry, Jennifer. But then we wiped it up as best we can. But even then, how do you do that? Now it's just a good story.
It is a good story.
That's Philbin's
and now
footprint.
It will be a reminder that you were there.
That's right.
And now whenever anybody sees it, they're going to be filled with joy. And that warm feeling of...
That's Mark's footprint.
Receiving the caring that Starboard Cares brought to the building. It was a lot of fun, though. We painted 2 hallways, 2 offices, and then that larger... Now,
and a boardroom.
Is it a boardroom?
Yep, that's
is that what
boardroom.
It was? Okay.
Yep.
So, we did a lot of painting.
They had a logo up on the wall, and I sort of, took some time to paint around it. And then I mentioned that to somebody. We left it up there like, oh, no, get rid of that, paint over it. It's like, what? I could have taken 90 seconds to paint it over that. Meanwhile, I'm etching around it.
Carefully painting around
it. All right, get the roller.
That is the detail we put into our work yesterday.
Yeah, we put a lot of effort into it. We weren't just doing, foot in paint to keep it like it's our hands in cement in Hollywood.
Exactly, yes.
You can get your foot in paint. That'd be a cool thing. We should have that. We should do that here.
Well, I think that's
around
what
the
we should
Mark and
go
Charity
with now.
Splash Gardens. We should have that.
If anybody says anything about your footprint, that's what you're going to tell them.
Yeah.
It's like the hands in concrete.
Right.
I was leaving my print there, so you knew.
Every day of
we did
caring,
it.
you're going to know where we were because I'm going to dip my foot in paint and leave it. So be very careful before you say, can we have Starboard here? Don't.
Oh, I hope we do it again next year.
Oh, for sure.
I mentioned that during middays that I was already looking forward to next year. But we were at the John Howard Society.
Yep.
I knew nothing about John Howard Society before we got
Neither
there.
did I.
I had no idea they were even there. Mm-hmm. This building, it's next to Gleaners.
Gleaners Food Bank on Walbridge Crescent. Yep.
Yep. And Vicky was good enough. One of the employees there came and sat and had lunch with us and educated us. Mm-hmm. And it was very interesting because it's a group that deals with an adult clientele, but also runs kids programs which I thought was pretty awesome. That's where we were having lunch, actually. It was in the kids area.
It's like a gymnasium.
Yes.
Yeah. Not even like a gymnasium. It is a gymnasium.
Yeah.
But a very much of a multi-purpose room. They have musical instruments. They have a dance room upstairs.
Workout equipment. Also upstairs. Now, did you go upstairs?
No, I heard it was hot as Hades.
Yeah, because they were getting their roof done, so the air conditioning was...
Yeah, we're painting yesterday.
But they also have space for kids to come, and if school isn't the right environment for them to excel, if they have a harder time sitting in a classroom, there's space there that they can go and get their schoolwork done, and they will actually help them finish credits or work away at schoolwork. It gives them a choice, an option to continue with their schooling, which I thought was pretty cool.
Good. And Vicki had all the answers, and so it was really wonderful.
And I didn't know anything about John Howard himself.
No, and he was a rights advocate for the incarcerated. And his point was, and I get it right away, and we're in a society now, of course, where everybody's like, the criminals have more rights than victims, and my heart goes out to them when you don't get justice.
Absolutely.
But his point was, when they come out, what is available to them so that they don't continue to reoffend.
Exactly.
Particularly if they have no intention of reoffending, but nobody's out there to provide them with services or the first helping hand to get them back on their feet so that and that's why he wanted to create a society that he called it. So again, it's not an agency, because that sounds like it could be a halfway house or a probation office. It's a society. It's a very highbrow word to make them feel like you've come to a new society.
Yes.
And then they provide them with the tools they need to get back to employment, home ownership, so that they do not reoffend. And that's what he wanted to do.
And everyone is different. So each community that has a John Howard Society, as Vicki pointed out, which I thought was kind of neat, is geared towards the needs of that community, as opposed to a standard set of programs and help they offer. They gear it towards what's needed from their clients at that time.
Right, because if she had said, we'll offer a program here that Peterborough's may not, or Toronto.
Or Toronto or Ottawa, So very different needs than what you would find here in Belleville, I'm sure.
They're very different. So it was great, but we had to find out how the entire day went, so we called Executive Director Brandy Hodge of the United Way this morning.
We're good. How are you after yesterday?
Tucker House.
And rightly so, because again, recap for us, how many volunteers and how many projects yesterday?
It was 262 volunteers, and the projects were 46 projects.
Wow.
Wow. We were at the John Howard Society. Can I just start by saying it wasn't my fault.
What'd you do, Mark?
I don't know why anyway, I stepped in paint. And then I lost my balance and I stepped down.
They may or may not now have a footprint of Mark on their carpet.
Posterity's sake.
I guess. But it was a lot of fun, and it's also very eye-opening for the people who take part to see where their donations go and the good work that it does.
It really is, and a lot of the, many of the agencies that participate yesterday are funded by United Way, but some of them are just our partners, the people that we work with and collaborate, with throughout the day. And our job is to make sure that the sector has what it needs. And you're right. It's an eye-opening, really soul-serving kind of day.
Well, and thank you to Vicki, who joined us at lunch and really educated us yesterday on the John Howard Society. Learned a lot, but we did ultimately have a really fun day. It was a great day to be out painting. It really was.
That's good, and that's really the intention, right, of it, is to have a really great day. It's team building for businesses that participate, and you get to have a lot of fun and a lot of laughs, but you also get to learn. And if you had the benefit of having Vicki, walk you through some of the work that they do, you were very fortunate. She is phenomenal at her work, and she's very passionate.
Brandy Hodge, Executive Director of the United Way of Quinte. Formerly, all we would think is that the United Way runs from Labor Day to Christmas. But of course, events like this really show that you are a year-round organization. With that in mind, how's the Backpack for Success program going?
That's next on our agenda, Mark. Yeah, we've got about 1,000 backpacks ready to go out to the community, so that happens in August. Registration is open now, though, so for families that are in need of a backpack to go back to school and make sure their kids have all of the supplies that they need to succeed. They can go online to our website and register for one. Each backpack is $12. And it's really stocked full of really everything you need, right from lunch bags and water bottles and backpacks to all of the supplies inside. So it's open until all of the the quantities are gone. And I think they're going pretty quickly. I don't know what the count was. I was a little busy yesterday, so didn't check. But make sure that families go on there and register sooner than later, so we can make sure that they get one if they need one.
And how can people support the United Way in general, Brandy, if they want to further support the United Way?
There are so many ways, and obviously we're a fundraising organization, and people can donate, and that is really where we're able to leverage those dollars and help through days like yesterday and the backpack program. But if people don't have dollars to give and they want to support the community in different ways, there's all kinds of volunteering opportunities and different opportunities to really engage. So visit our website. That's probably where they can get the most information. It's unitedwayhpe.ca, or give us a call at any time. We're 613-962-9531. We love to chat with people who want to get involved in their community.
Brandy Hodge of the United Way, thank you so much for yesterday, and thanks for this morning. Have a great weekend.
Oh, thanks for participating. It was awesome to have you guys there.
And good on Brandy for joining us, because yes, I'm sure I feel tired. I'm sure she felt 100 times more, because not only did they have their designated areas, but many of the United Way folks were kind of traveling around to the different jobs too, to see how they were going and to help where they were needed. And because we had a couple show up near the end of our day yesterday, just to kind of push us over the edge and get to the finish line. So busy day for everybody yesterday.
Brought cookies.
Oh, donuts.
And Tracy here at the radio station brought butter tarts. Her husband works.
Where were they?
They came out right after you left, and they were delish.
Of course they did.
Delish. So good.
Story of my life. Well, good. That's nice.
Day late, butter tart short. Would have brought some home for Wayne, right?
I would have. Absolutely, I would have.
He loves those.
But you guys deserve them more.
I don't know about that. It was okay.
Absolutely.
Also this morning, Charity informed us, sociological speaking, on the importance of napping, and it matters physically upon which side of your body you lie when you sleep.
Yes.
And I am a left side sleeper.
So am
I'm
I.
happy to report.
Yes,
but I
me
also
too.
sleep on the left side of the bed, so I face the outside. And that's why I thought the answer was going to be always face the outside. But it has to do with the body makeup,
digestion and heartburn, and
that it's all on the left side,
Yep.
so that if you're lying there, it flows down to the proper areas. But if you lie on the other side or on your back, apparently that's bad, leads to acid reflux.
You can.
Floats
Yes.
up.
It's not so good for the digestive.
Yeah.
Whatever goes on in there to help you. And especially, and I mentioned with pregnant women too, because they tell you not to lay on your back for different reasons, but it can cut off blood circulation, and it's just better to lay on your left side for everybody.
But isn't that the best position for you? Like
on your back?
Yeah, don't you?
No, you know what?
For the sake of your stomach when you're pregnant,
when you're pregnant, no, because everything, it's the weight crushing you.
Okay. So you want that off your spine, so lie on your side.
And if I remember correctly, there's a vein, or there is something from mummy to baby that when you lay on your back that gets constricted. It can actually close off blood flow and between you and the baby. So you have to lay to the side. You can't lay on your back. And to be honest, I used to be a stomach I used to lay on my stomach all the time to sleep. I can't now because my back just kills me when I roll over. So now I sleep on my left side.
And the thing is, I start on my right side, I move to my back, I move to my left side, I fall asleep.
Yeah, exactly. I can't fall asleep unless I'm on the left side.
I can't start to sleep, though, until I have to start.
You got to roll across the bed.
Yeah, I have to be on my right side till I get, now to my back.
We were talking about quirks this morning. That's a quirk.
And now I can sleep. I'm like a cat. I have to go around in my positions.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't just start on my left side and fall asleep.
That's so funny.
Bizarre.
Both of the quote-unquote scientific things we talked about this morning had to do with sleep. So there was that one, and I was happy that I fell under that category. Okay, so I'm already doing that. Yeah. And then the other one was napping during the day.
Oh, it's so good.
And they said how beneficial it was for your brain, and I'm like, ding!
Yeah.
Already doing that. Got that covered too. Although my naps are a little longer than what they suggest.
Say 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I can go 2.5 hours. I am out for the afternoon.
I do find I'm really, really groggy if I go longer than a half hour. Like
I am.
Really,
Yes.
I just drag ass the rest of the day.
Yeah, 90 minutes to wake
Yeah.
up. Like if I fall asleep at about 1:15 and wake up at 4, I'm not good till 6:30.
20 minutes is the magic
Too
number.
old. Yeah, really? Oh.
It is. Because I'll go home and I'll have lunch and then I'll just lay down. And my body's kind of gotten used to it now. 20 minutes and I'm good.
Right.
I can get right back up and go.
Thomas Edison, the great inventor, I guess never slept more than 2 hours at night. So he would
Even
have
at night?
Yeah, he would have
Oh my
cat naps throughout
gosh.
the day. And here's what he used to do for his is when he felt it coming, he would take a spoon. You can look this up because I'm not lying. Take a spoon, hold it like down beside him, and he would have a tin plate beneath him. And then he would fall asleep. And whenever he got to the point where he would drop the spoon and hit that and wake him up, felt great.
Not at night, though. Those were just the naps?
Just through the day.
Perfect.
So he'd sleep for maybe 2 hours
Yeah.
at night, and then he'd have about 3 of these little where he would just 90
Doze
seconds
off?
he'd be out
Yep.
until he dropped the spoon, and then that woke him up, and then he'd get back to work. And he said that's all he needed. It's like, wow.
I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah. I don't know.
I will say yesterday after leaving, and I did leave a little early, I'll admit that, because I could feel the wall was coming. And I did, even on the way home, starting to kind of
Not
doze.
good.
Exactly.
Yeah, not good.
So I slept for an hour and a half yesterday.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Good on you.
It
But
was
everybody,
really
was
nice.
200, as Brandy mentioned, over 250 volunteers, 46
projects.
programs. And that
Yeah.
just means that you're going to get more donations next year because more people see
Yes.
the need and how well the money is used for the programs in these agencies.
And to be honest,
importance.
and not John Howard Society, to see their building, it needs repair. Not even repair, sprucing up.
Right.
Like they've basically moved to this building, and as we've said, the money from United Way goes to their programs. It doesn't go to necessarily the building or the equipment or anything. So that's why yesterday was so important. And to see it, we've even talked about, okay, now that we've painted, maybe there's something else we could do for them. Maybe there's something more. And you've told the story about the light fixture, even just changing the light fixture. So to go, and see these places and see what else they need or how you can, you know what? Maybe I could bring some flowers and just spruce up the garden, make it more welcoming.
Sure.
For people to come. Because people were doing that yesterday. They were working in flower beds. They were building, I saw pictures of, I think that's where the horse farm was. It looked like they were building some sort of lean-to or a shed for tack and stuff. And then there was the fence repair. And then there's just so many things that these agencies, because they're so focused on the programs and helping people, things kind of get worn out or run down and just need some sprucing up.
Don't spend the money, don't spend the time in those sorts of things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not the highest priority, but it's something that can be done to even the hallway we did yesterday, just adding that coat of paint brightened it right up. And you think about people who, like the kids who walk through there and their adult clients walking through there, it really does make a difference.
It does, sure.
To lift spirits.
And let them know people care.
Exactly.
Came out and cleaned it up for them.
Exactly.
So it's good. So, Brandy and all of the staff and volunteers with United Way, thanks for a great day of caring yesterday. Off for the weekend, then we're back next week. Last week of school for the kids.
Wow.
Here we go.
I looked at the calendar when we were doing the birthdays and saw the date and the birthday. I'm like, 23rd? What? No. Look at, holy crap! It's June 23rd, Mark.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Where did you go?
Canada Day next Saturday.
Wow.
Kids are wrapping up school Wednesday in Northumberland, Thursday here in Hastings, Prince Edward. And then summertime, bring it on.
Bring it on,
Best
summer
time
vacation.
Of the year. Enjoy your weekend. We're back at it again on Monday morning here on 95.5 Hits FM.